welcome to my channel. This is me Sharoni and this is Sharoni Reads, where I don't read and I just blabber. As you can see from the video title, today I'll be doing something that is a bookshelf tour. I will go shelf by shelf and explain to you what's on that shelf, some fun facts about that shelf, and then I will pick up my favorite books from the shelf. So let's begin. Let's start with this shelf. This is my Agatha Christie shelf. Like basically it has all of Agatha Christie's books except the ones that are in the front that are like decorations because they are good looking books. That's my entire collection of Agatha's books. I collect her books and currently I'm trying to collect books about Poirot first, and then after I have completed his collection I'll start collecting books of the other detectives that she has. Among these books, my favorite is like definitely, I have talked about this book a lot. It's actually a Poirot detective book. There is this plot twist in the end which kept me awake for 2 days straight. They are actually put in chronological order, the order in which they were released. There is a list present of all the books she has written in the beginning of the book, like this. And so basically I actually go through the list and arrange my books in the particular chronological order. And then there were none which actually comes top in my favorite books of Agatha. Like that book just kept me on the edge of my seat. I was dying during the entire book. Like it was plot twist after plot twist after plot twist after plot twist after. Sorry. And then we have Sleeping Murder and A Murder is Announced. These two are actually of Miss Marple, one of the other detectives of Agatha. We have They Came to Baghdad. That's also a thriller category book, not a detective one. And I actually haven't read that one yet because I got that for my birthday. And after June, I haven't read a single book. 3 of 3/4. I bought this book blindly because firstly, look at the cover. It's beautiful. And the name also was very interesting. The plot was also very interesting, so I bought it. After reading it halfway, that's when I realized it's not written by Agatha. This book is actually written by Sophie Hannah. She took the style of Agatha and like a homage kind of thing. It was actually written by her. Other books that are on this shelf are, this is actually a documentary kind of book. So this just stays here because it looks pretty and extends. The other books on this shelf are my book because I love to showcase them on a place. And I don't technically have a place where I can showcase all my prizes and books. So these two I actually keep it here. I bought the stand off Amazon and it was a real game changer actually. I talk a lot. Moving down, this is my sister's shelf. She does not have a shelf of her own in her room because it's a bit clustered, and so I gave her this place because firstly I also love Harry Potter and it looks good. I have the 7 books, the set, and then I also bought her the Cursed Child, which is technically the 8th book of the thing. On her birthday I got her some handbook kind of things which are like unofficial Harry Potter merch. We have a Hogwarts handbook, and we have a bestiary character compendium spell book. I love this one. I have actually read this one a bit. I bought these 4 off Amazon if anyone is like interested and is a Harry Potter fan too. And that's a moon lamp. which is actually my sister's birthday gift, but I stole it. Next we moved down to this shelf. This shelf is actually also my sister's. It's actually the non-Harry Potter things in this shelf. I'm not going into any detail because I have not read a single of one of these books except Alchemist. Yeah. This shelf has my dictionaries. I love collecting dictionaries. I write poems, so it's very useful to just have a dictionary because you can find a lot of words there that you will not like randomly go and search on Google. As like space, then flowers, then sea animals, then like every topic. I have issues. These are the 5 books that I got of the mystery box. This is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I was actually very intrigued by this book, but the English in this book is very difficult actually, and I think it will take me some time to finish this, but I really want to read this one. Yeah, Blue Shoes and Happiness. This actually is a detective series. I actually half read it, but it was a bit boring. I don't know why. This is a classic. I actually started reading this book, but classics are something I'm always scared of because I feel like I won't understand the meaning of certain things, like certain sentences, their inner meanings and stuffs. And so I was reading it very slowly, like slowly, steadily. I haven't finished it yet, but I need to. This book, it's Margaret Atwood. It's actually a book of a serial killer. I don't know exactly. It's about Margaret Atwood has created an extraordinary potent tale of cruelty and mystery. Like it's a true story about the most enigmatic and notorious woman of the 1840s. So it's kind of a biography. I don't know. I have not read this book at all. I got is Twilight. So I did not expect to get Twilight, okay? Because I mentioned that I love detective books, especially Agatha Christie's books, like, and they gave me Twilight. I don't know why. I don't think so. It's a detective book. I have actually seen the movie once, and I have also seen the Vampire Diaries. Vampires are cool and all, but the darkness that surrounds it just gives me anxiety. Yeah. Like, what do you mean someone is going to come up to me and bite me? My most favorite books from this shelf is actually Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I have 2 books of that series and I have read both of them and they were really good. Like Japanese writers in particular write very good slice of life kind of stories. I don't know why. I have read few and all of them are so beautifully written. Next we have this section. This is my rom-com section, but it also has books that make me cry. So from the books that make me cry, When You Were Everything, it's about 2 best friends and then they fall apart and then there creates this distance and then fights and stuff, and then after like there's this past like of the story and then this present of the story. So through the past you realize that both were on the wrong side and they both were doing things to hurt each other. So technically it was both their faults, and in the end they just realized that they are better off away from each other, which is somewhere like a soothing concept, because you know you move on from the people and you like accept that they were not wrong in your life, they were just not meant to be in your life. So I keep my most favorite books from that shelf in this line of order, and the book that is my most favorite is actually The Right Book. It's from a series which is the Windy City series by Liz Tomcourt, and I love all the books of that series, but this one like tops. I absolutely love these 2 books. It's Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I actually love all of Lauren Asher's book. I read the Dreamland Billionaire series. It was awesome, and then this was a recent read and this was beautiful. Practice Makes Perfect is actually the first rom-com book that I loved, like literally loved every part of it. So this section has this book as the honorary mention, honorary. This is Van Gogh's paintings, like a complete collection of his paintings and everything about the paintings that you want to know. Yeah, this is also my birthday gift, and I cried when I got this. And then obviously we have Namjoon on the rom-com shelf, because why not? This is my mystery, horror, thriller, whatever you want to say, book section. The Shatter Me series is on that shelf. Then we have the Inheritance Games series, which is actually my favorite. I love those 3 books dearly. And then I bought the Throne of Glass book. I did not buy any more after that because I wasn't vibing with it, and that's when I realized that I am really not into the dark fantasy kind of things. Stephen King's book The Shining, they're on the shelf. And also Where the Crawdads Sing, which is not exactly a horror book but also a horror book kind of. I also have the Sherlock Holmes series on that shelf. I haven't read that series. I bought it because I have read it online and I have seen all the movies a lot of times. So I just wanted that on my shelf. Duh. I don't really am into thriller and mystery kind of books because I don't know why. I am more into the detective kind of books because I can see them solving it. But if there is a ghost, they can't solve that. So it annoys me. I was planning to put this book on this shelf, but there is no place on that shelf. So I did a very intelligent thing. I keep this here on this shelf, and then I put my clock on top of it. How to stop time. Please don't unsubscribe, please. I love my trinkets which are decorated on the shelves. My personal favorite is this one because this one costed me a lot of money because it looks so realistic, but it is not realistic. I don't have to button it because succulents are very hard to keep alive. I actually have succulents and they die very easily. They are like me. If you don't give them attention, they die. And then I have this. I did it. No, I did not break the cup to do it. It broke in a very perfect manner actually. And I glued them together and I just did this technique. I think it's a Japanese technique. I don't remember the exact name. I think it starts with K or something. Basically, it's a representation that even if a thing is broken, it still is beautiful. Don't ask me why I have this. I actually found this somewhere and it's so smooth. Like, have you seen a rock this smooth? So I took it. I wanted to actually draw something on it, but it's so perfect. I did not want to ruin it with my exquisite drawing skills. Planning to put 2 eyes on it and a cap. Yeah, and I'll give it a name. Suggest some names in the captions for my rock. It's my pet from now on. Calendar. This is actually made by this girl I follow on Instagram, and she like draws these. I also had one last year and I also bought it this year. It's really good. The last year's pictures, I actually cut them out of the calendar and put them as posters on my wall, and she's really good at making calendars. I love her work. I will like tag her Instagram in the caption. You can check her out. That is it for today. I hope you guys liked my blabbering about my books. I'm glad you guys stayed and listened to me. Go read a book, and if you don't want to, take a nap, drink some water. Very important. It's very humid. Buy my book off Amazon. It's available on Amazon as paperback and also on Kindle Unlimited for free. Actually, yeah, shocking. I will link it in the description. Let me know what you want to see from me next.